Minnesota. Mick, Karch, along with Tom the Bear Force here, bringing you this week's edition of Pro Wrestling Today and Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Bear, a fabulous, fabulous outdoor show tonight. And let's talk about the man who is coming out of mothballs in a big, big way. I mean, he burst right out here tonight to wrestle Derek Starfire Dukes, none other than Nord the Barbarian.
Well, I certainly haven't seen Nord in quite some time. Big man, tough guy. I think he's going to give Derek Starfire Dukes all that he could ask for and more. I'm looking forward to this match. It's going to be a great match.
I think Nord the Barbarian is going to give everybody in attendance more than they asked for. I guarantee you. Also, Horace the Psychopath will be on hand, and anytime Horace is at an indoor arena, my God, the man is uncontrollable. Now he's outside with chairs and tables. He's got street lights. He's got Kentucky Fried Chicken buckets. He could go completely berserk tonight.
Well, I was kind of hoping that being under God's blue heaven out here, a little fresh air, might cut down the effect that his drug mixing may have. But who can tell? Horace the Psychopath, crazy guy. What can you say? Lots of action, lots of fun.
Dynamite Dan Jesser is here, ladies and gentlemen. The Blacktop Bully is scheduled. Also, Mr. Dynamic, the Scourge of Superior, Wisconsin. It is a great, great night. Without further ado, let's take you to the wrestling action. Ultimate Championship Wrestling this week on Pro Wrestling Today.
Introducing first, he hails from Albertville, Minnesota, weighing in tonight at 232 pounds. He is Dynamite Dan Jesser.
Oh, yeah. Not a great Minnesota. Oh, man. Don't you ever. I oughta fade away. How many matches do you want? Last two. Uh-oh. Total of 3 altogether.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Dynamic. He weighs in tonight at 230 pounds. From the Virgin Islands, he is the one-night stand, Luscious Lenny Lane. One fall, 30-minute time limit, your referee, Sparky Shred.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're waiting for the bell. We'll be joined by Chris Dady at ringside in just a moment as Dynamite Dan Jesser gets set to take on Luscious Lenny Lane, who, again, it's quite obvious now there is more than just a passing acquaintance here. Luscious Lenny Lane, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Dynamic. And he denied it. He said he was just here to watch the previous match, but I guarantee you it's clear as a bell right now. This could be a tag team. This could be just some kind of collusion, but definitely Lane and Dynamic have more than... Wait a minute now. Lane takes a seat in the front row. Obviously, he's none too eager to get into the ring with Dynamite Dan Jesser.
Slick, I am just as confused as you are between this relationship between Luscious Lenny Lane and Mr. Dynamic. They have been friends. We have seen them as enemies. We know they are training partners. We know they have wrestled each other vigorously. I am very confused as to what's going on here tonight.
Well, both of them, Luscious Lenny Lane and Mr. Dynamic, have been a ball of confusion between the two of them ever since they arrived in the upper Midwest. You never know what you're going to get, what you're going to see from these two. Lane, of course, as we mentioned earlier on, the current champion in Northern Premier Wrestling, another great independent here in the state of Minnesota. Crossing over boundary lines, if you will, to wrestle for Ultimate Championship Wrestling. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's the continuing feud with Dynamite Dan Jesser.
Mick, I can't wait for this match. I hope it goes all 30 minutes. What you are seeing right now is by far, in my opinion, two of the best technical wrestlers right now in the state of Minnesota.
Oh, don't give it to Big Mouth. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Tonight you will be seeing the body that men fear and women crave.
Wrestler. Number 1, do you like my hair? I'm working on it, so I don't want you messing it. You got that, ref? Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you. Too late. The light's shining off your head. I'm getting a glare. Secondly, I kind of got a bad arm. So, ref. Pretty skinny. Ref, I don't want him touching this arm at all. It's sore. I strained it working.
This is bordering on nausea right now.
Happens every time.
And secondly, I will not begin this match until the ref tucks in his shirt.
Well, the world according to luscious Lenny Lane, I guess. Don't mess my hair. Don't touch my left arm. Referee, tuck in your shirt.
Does he realize that this is professional wrestling? Eventually, he is going to have to make some contact with his opponents.
Luscious Lenny Lane, I'm not sure, realizes what zip code he's in. Of course, his manager, very, very conspicuous by his absence, Mortimer Plumtree. We don't know where he is. We haven't seen him for weeks. Actually, ever since he and I were involved in that incident in the studios of the Body Slam Review. Oh, my word!
Wait a minute. Coming in the hard way. He reminded me of the 1-2-3 Kid, formerly the Lightning Kid. He did that an awful lot when he tried to get into the ring over at Ropers and Fridley.
Well, Lane appears to have re-injured that arm that he insisted that Dynamic not touch prior to the bout. As I was saying, after Plumtree and I got into it in the studio, for whatever reason, he's not here. I don't know if he's out hiring a hitman, if he's in the hospital, I couldn't tell you.
And you know what? I don't care. He's not here. I'm better for it. You're better for it. I saw a smile for the first time on the Bears' face today. This is great.
And hopefully we can get down to business right now. You know, we're going to have to probably ring the bell on our own here in just a second because referee Sparky Schrank, I don't think realizes he has to signal for the call of the bell. Oh, it's a sad state of affairs. Sparky Schrank has been checking luscious Lenny Lane a bit too long, in my estimation. I believe. Let's go. We got the signal. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally underway. And Lane immediately decides that he wants to be on the outside of the ring, primping his hair once again. Well, everybody in the state of Minnesota who has followed the independent wrestling scene for the past year knows the history between Lane and Jesser. Oh no! Dynamite Dan Jesser, with just that little tug of that second rope, might have done a lifetime worth of damage to luscious Lenny Lane. And now Mr. Dynamic on the outside of the ring. You know, I believe he wants to assist Lenny Lane somehow here, but I'm not sure he wants to get too seriously involved.
Well, no, this is cable access, but you can't show anything too dirty.
Wait a minute, Dan Jesser.
Geez, Lenny, I hope I didn't wreck your weekend.
Oh, a little shot there from Dynamite Dan Jesser, and now Lane appears to be upset. Now Lane is aggravated. When you start messing with his social life, then you're treading on thin ice.
Well, he calls himself the one-night stand, and we all know what that means. He thinks he's a fashion model. I have yet to see him on any magazine covers. I read those Sunday ads. Where is he?
What do I look like, his agent?
Well, I don't know.
Big shoulder tackle. Down on the mat goes Jesser. Lane over the top now. Leapfrog by Dynamite Dan. Oh, a tremendous arm drag takedown. I'm not even sure you could call that an arm drag. The elevation was absolutely spectacular there.
He didn't spin him down to the mat like you usually do on an arm drag. He took him right over his head.
Oh, and he messed up his hair. Lane is hot. Lane is hot.
Well, look at the Goldilocks right now on luscious Lenny Lane. Is there a hairstyling shop around here? We better make an appointment.
Well, Lenny Lane just asked referee Sparky Schrank. You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. Referee Sparky Schrank Lane asked him to disqualify Dynamite Dan Jesser for messing up his hair.
For messing up his hair? Next, he's going to want him disqualified for looking at him wrong.
That could happen.
Probably.
Ultimate Championship Wrestling from the Sports Garden, the outdoor arena in North St. Paul, Minnesota. Thanks to Popcorn, to Stan Kowalski, to Paul Paulson, and everybody involved with Ultimate Championship for inviting us down to the matches tonight. Oh, Leapfrog, he didn't quite get over the top. And there's a boot to the short ribs. And luscious Lenny Lane now working on Jesser. There's a reversal off the ropes. Oh, high backdrop. And over the top goes luscious Lenny Lane now. Jesser trying to mount some kind of an offense. He's measuring Lane, but I tell you what, don't give him a chance to recoup in the corner. This guy is in tremendous shape, and if you give him an extra few seconds, it could cost you.
Luscious Lenny Lane in tremendous shape, but look at the improvement of Dynamite Dan Jesser. Mick, he was a joke in wrestling when he started a few years ago. Even he will admit it. But since dumping Mortimer Plumtree, since striking out on his own, watching the tapes, look at him. Look at how effective he is.
Well, he is that, and luscious Lenny Lane is in some deep trouble right now, and Mr. Dynamic on the outside of the ring is very, very unhappy at what he sees. He might be having second thoughts about this relationship with Lane, because right now, everything that you're seeing is being delivered by Dan Jesser.
And I want to know what Mr. Dynamic is doing out here. Does he have a manager's license? What is his role in this match?
Well, I'm certainly not going to ask to see his manager's license. He and I have gone round and round enough times. A beautiful night, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Ultimate Championship Wrestling under the stars. Oh, drops the elbow onto the shin, and believe me, that's going to take its toll.
5 minutes elapsed time.
Once again, Jesser's threatening. Referee Sparky Schrank not exactly stepping in to stop anything here. Oh! Luscious Lenny. He might, in fact, have been a one-night stand for the one and only time.
Well, he's going to be the one-night hospital stay if he keeps getting kicked there.
Jesser sets him up.
Wow.
Tremendous maneuver. Suplex to the canvas. Jesser slow to follow up, in for the cover. He's got the leg, but it's still a sloppy cover. Count of two. Our good friend photographer Kathy Osmondson here shooting pictures for the Japanese wrestling magazines, and our good friend Fumi Saito over in Tokyo, Japan.
Do they get the Body Slam review in Japan? Are we up in the satellite now?
If we send them a tape, they get it.
I'll call Ted Turner and we'll get that worked out.
Oh!
Outside the ring now.
Wait a second. Oh, no. While Mr. Dynamic distracted Sparky Schrank, luscious Lenny Lane ran Jesser head first into the steel ring post here.
And this is one of the areas where luscious Lenny Lane really adjusts well. He doesn't mind taking it outside. He doesn't mind brawling. He's best out here.
All the way across to the other side and into the post. And Lane now showing that vicious side, and certainly a side that he was well schooled in, associating with Mortimer Plumtree.
When luscious Lenny Lane came out of training camp, you heard people say he was going to be the next Ric Flair. He was going straight to the top, and we all thought he was too. But ever since he signed on with Mortimer Plumtree, although he's the NPW champion, we've got nothing but bad attitude, nothing from now. Look at what's going on right now.
Well, you've got to believe that Lane would love nothing more than to become the champion of Ultimate Championship Wrestling as well. That way he would basically dominate the independent wrestling scene in the state of Minnesota. They started coming our way, and I didn't like the looks of that.
There's not a lot of room behind us. We don't have anywhere to go.
Once again, that is the third time he's been run into the ring post. 3 times in a row, and Commissioner Stan Kowalski walking around behind us has seen it. He doesn't like it. Each time referee Sparky Schrank has been distracted.
Luscious Lenny Lane raising his hand in victory. Doesn't he know if he stays out there, he could be counted out, and he's going home with the loser's end of the purse tonight.
Wait a minute now. Dynamic giving some instruction, at the very least some encouragement to Luscious Lenny Lane. And once again, Lane is taking Jesser across, and once again, oh, that time it was into that support between the turnbuckle and the ring post.
Mick, I can't see too well. I don't have a good view here, but I know cameraman Al Pabon does. Is Dynamite Jen, is he bleeding?
You know, it appears that way. The lighting here not the greatest this evening, of course, outside. Oh, hard into the post. And now Lane is on the deck.
Well, Mick, I said you had two of the best scientific wrestlers in the sport, but this has turned into a barroom brawl out in the back lot at the Sports Garden.
Well, scientific wrestlers or not, Christian, we knew that this one was going to be a back alley street fight. We knew it. No love lost between these two competitors. Mr. Dynamic now checking on Luscious Lenny Lane, seeing what kind of condition he's in, because he went into that post hard. Mark.
10 minutes elapsed time.
Dynamite Dan Jesser, Luscious Lenny Lane, both outside the ring. Wait a minute.
Jesser's got a chair. Jesser's got a chair. He's going after Dynamic now.
And look
Oh,
at
my
the
word.
Luscious Lenny Lane is busted wide open.
Oh, he is pouring blood. He took a real shot into that post. I told you that he went in with great velocity, and he caught that steel. And as you said, Christian, the blood is flowing right now from the... Oh, my word. Oh, no. Oh, what a shot to the back.
Mick, I thought you were going to see body slams. I thought you were going to see a DDT. Japanese wrestling holds. What you are seeing is blood. What you are seeing is chairs flying around. You are seeing mayhem at the Sports Garden.
Wait a second now. Wait
No, damn it.
Man, on the table in front of us, Luscious Lenny Lane, who has been busted wide open, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Jesser.
Mick, I don't know if we're still on here.
Jesser is up on the table.
No.
I can't believe I'm going to see this.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, look out here. Jesser is up on the table. Oh, my God, there it goes. He gave him a pile driver on the ringside table.
I think Luscious Lenny Lane.
He's out.
Nighty night. It's over.
Luscious Lenny Lane has not moved a muscle. He is absolutely out. He was pile driven on the table. Everything went.
The table is split in half. You've got beer. You've got water all over the place here.
Lane hasn't moved it. Here comes Jesser. The man hasn't even moved, for heaven's sakes.
Well, Mick, I was worried about putting the equipment back on the table with all that blood. We don't have to worry about that now.
This is absolutely nuts. Now Jesser has set the ringside table up by the ring apron. My God, Jesser's losing it. Jesser is tearing the table apart. For crying out loud. And Luscious Lenny Lane still has not moved. He is unconscious. Jesser is lifting dead weight here. Lenny is out. Oh, my word.
Come on, Lenny!
Oh, and a Dynamic. Dynamic tried to soften the blow. He knew it was coming. And Luscious Lenny Lane is, a world of hurt, is putting it very mildly. We have lost our broadcast table. It's gone. It's
the table is split in half.
As is Luscious Lenny Lane. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. My word, the bell is down in front of us. It has all broken loose.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesser into the buckle lane, follows in with a short clothesline now. And how in the world Luscious Lenny Lane has managed to come back from the pounding. This man was absolutely out.
Mick,
absolutely
I think he is doing nothing right now but running on pure adrenaline. He's got that adrenaline rush kicking in. He knows he's hurt. He's fighting for survival. That's all he's doing now.
Well, this is a remarkable, oh, wow! I was going to say a remarkable comeback. He ran right into the boot. Right into the boot of Dynamite Dan Jesser. Lane is down. He's flat on his back in center ring. All Jesser's got to do, he drops the leg right across the head. All he's got to do is cover him, and this one is over.
What is he doing? What is he doing? Jesser, cover him!
He's taken an awful lot of time, in setting up what apparently he believes is going to be the coup de grace here.
No!
Oh, no, right on his head. Right on his head. Mr. Dynamic with a lot of guts because he did that right in front of Commissioner Stan Kowalski.
Down on his head.
Jesser is out.
Dan Jesser is out. I don't know what happened to the referee, but he hasn't moved in the past couple of minutes either.
I gotta take that off your face.
No! Look at that!
Wait a second.
Wait a minute. Dynamic thought he was tripping Dan Jesser, and he tripped his own man. It's over! It's over! It's over!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner.
Wait a second. Dynamic.
Well, come on! Mr. Dynamic, the match is over!
Dynamic is going nuts. Dynamic has attacked Dan Jesser here. The referee is completely... Sparky Shrink took a shot.
Now the referee, now you've got a tag team match 2-on-1.
Oh, they're cleaning up. They are doing another on Dan Jesser. Get in there, Sparky.
Dan
Come on.
Jesser. Here comes Horace. Here comes Horace the psychopath.
Horace the psychopath. Horace has hit the ring. Oh, baby. Horace has gone crazy. He's cleaning
There
out.
he goes.
Now he's biting.
All right, Horace.
Oh, my word, Jesser and Horace have systematically cleaned up the ring. What a wild, wild matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Dan Jesser the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner tonight is Dynamite Dan Jesser.
Oh, what a matchup. Well, we're sitting here without a table, ladies and gentlemen, without a broadcast position. Horace the Psychopath and Dan Jesser collectively taking care of Luscious Lenny Lane and Mr. Dynamic. Jesser gets the Duke on a stupid mistake on the part of Mr. Dynamic.
I said anything could happen in an outdoor card. You saw everything in this match.
Well, Lane and Dynamic are history. Horace and Dan Jesser celebrating the victory in mid-ring. I'm losing my voice. We're taking a break.
Vince, that new dummy cam is great.
Yeah, it'll sure give people a whole new outlook on what it's like when you don't wear a safety belt.
I think they'll get the picture.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Because disaster strikes someone every single day, there's always going to be one more night someone needs food, shelter, and a place to rest. Please, support the American Red Cross. Because without your help, one more night could be hard to come by.
afraid to take him to the playground because they were doing drugs. When he was 10, I couldn't let him play ball in the schoolyard because of the gangs. When he was 15, I wouldn't let him go to any dances because there could be a fight or a shooting. Now he's a man, and I realize he's never been a kid.
Give your children back their childhood. Do something now. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT. Together, we will take a bite out of crime.
This here ring, and this here bar parking lot, and the entire city of St. Paul, Minnesota, is the math professor's classroom. If any of you guys got something to say, you raise your hand and wait for the math professor to call on you. Otherwise, you sit there with your mouth shut and maybe, just maybe, you'll learn something here this evening. At 280 pounds, hailing from places of higher learning, he is the math professor. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. He weighs in tonight at 240 pounds, hailing from the St. Peter Regional Medical Treatment Center. He is Horace, the Psychopath.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to get all our microphones untangled here.